I got over 73 inbound DMs in the last month with about 87,000 views with a follower to booked call ratio of 31%. That means 31% of people who follow me in 30 days book a call with me. All of this with about 2,000 followers on Instagram and about 331 subscribers on YouTube. I'm going to show you fundamentally how I have cracked inbound acquisition. If you're trying to run any sort of personal brand, you're trying to build any sort of personal brand, selling coaching, agency, info, whatever the fuck you sell, right? You need to understand that there are core few fundamentals that I leverage within my company, like three different phases that I help my clients with. And if you become my client, this is exactly what you get, right? Which is exactly how I leverage to get new inbound DMs every single week. I want you to understand pre-market sophistication. This is one of the most important concepts that I've ever discovered. So Jeff Bezos and Mark Zuckerberg. Let me tell you a little story about Jeff Bezos. Jeff Bezos started Amazon because he read a study which talked about the increase in online shopping. Just that was a straight statistic. He found out that there was a huge immediate rise in online shopping, and that's when he built Amazon. Mark Zuckerberg stole Facebook's idea because he saw a rise in social platforms. He saw a rise in social platforms. So both of them spotted a macro wave early, build infrastructure or do it 10 times better, and then ride the wave as it compounds. This is the core fundamental principle and business model these both billionaires have used. Now, how does that apply to your agency, coaching, consulting, whatever you do? You must understand that most services have become obsolete. This is the reality of the situation. You've built your look. About 90% of people watching this video have built their offer based on YouTube videos, courses, other people, right? So you have to think about this. If everybody is basing their offer on these same videos, the offer isn't the thing you're selling. You are the product because you've been sold by the person who you saw the video from, if that makes sense. Your niche has become used to offers like yours, and so you compete based on price and guarantees. Your differentiation becomes price and guarantees, not you. You are not the differentiating factor anymore. It is just the price or the guarantee that you have. So think of concentration as good. Think about it like this. So in chemistry, we all know this concept, right? If you've got a solution, concentration is like the percentage of solute per given volume of solvent. So think of concentration in this context as good. If you look at this graph, you must understand this is exactly how markets function. And this is the core baseline that everybody is going to try to come back to. And so since every system is always going to break to the equilibrium point, you must understand that every market is supply and demand. If we core fundamentally look at things, everything is supply and demand. So interest of prospects, this is good, this is bad. Interest of prospects is going to drop with due lapse of time because that's what happens to systems and markets. They all tend to collapse to equilibrium. So your interest of prospects, or like the demand of these prospects, is going to drop with due lapse of time. And in the same way, the increasing supply of people selling the same solution is going to increase. So the ideal scenario is a situation in which you've got minimal amount of people selling the same solution to people who have the highest amount of interest. But if you look at the current scenario with your agency, coaching, consulting, info model, the interest in prospects have dialed down. It's probably like over here somewhere. The interest of prospects that you have, it's probably here. And the people selling the same solution is probably here. So no wonder there is like a mismatch in like conversion because nobody actually cares about what you do. No, nobody's caring about this. Nobody cares about this. And because nobody has told you this, your offer just doesn't even work, which is so interesting to think about. So prospects inherently have no interest and they scan through solution based on signals of price, guarantee, testimonials. Who has the cheapest price, the craziest guarantee, testimonials. And you have also noticed this yourself, right? Any amount of crazy guarantee you have, people just tend to just not, listen to what you have to say because people have been used to that. Everybody has seen, videos by people talking about offers, all the bullshit. So everybody has crazy guarantees which they can't even fulfill. And because you can't even fulfill, nobody has trust in you. So it's like you're playing the game on hard mode. So instead, when you leverage this scenario of understanding where the market is bending, so prospects scan solutions based on you, and that's it. And since there are lesser people, it gets easier to scale. Think about it like this: if everybody, if you started, for example, in 2016, if you started selling SMMA when nobody knew what SMMA was, you could have become like a billionaire from it, right? If you come in 2025, try to sell SMMA, nobody cares. Why does nobody care? Because you're selling the same solution. The amount of people selling the same solution is here. You're here, and the interest of prospects is like here. So nobody gives a fuck about you. Nobody does. Of course they don't. Look at the kind of prospects that I'm booking calls with. Average Amara 10 to 100k a month, completely ready. 5 to 10k a month, completely ready. 10 to 100k a month, completely ready. Look at this. 2,000 followers on Instagram. I had an X channel with about 24,000 subscribers that I built from scratch, from zero. I have like 331 subscribers. In the past 17 days of posting less than 10 videos total, I have booked 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Add 2 more to the list actually. I've booked 2 more calls in the span of like after I made the board and recording this video right now. So I've booked about 8 sales calls in the past 18 days of October. Just posting 10 videos in total. That means this is including Reels plus YouTube, by the way. Both of these combined, I've posted 10 videos. I have gotten about 8 sales calls booked. Look at this right over here. This is the calls booked in October, I believe. September. 11 booked calls in September alone with the following stats. 87,000 views. That's it. Total views in the month, 87,000 views. About 4.6% conversion rate to profile visits. From profile visit, I have a 5.75 conversion rate to new followers. From new followers, I have like a booked call ratio of 31%. And also profile visit to new inbound DMs is about 1.83%, which is actually really good. So about 1% of people who actually come to my profile for the first ever time book a call with me. 70 through inbound new DMs, about 12 reels. That's it. That's all I posted. And you know this yourself that YouTube is more powerful than Instagram. I just posted on Instagram like 73 new inbound leads. Here is exactly how I do it for my clients and how this process you can emulate yourself so that you win. So phase 1 is all about understanding the core fundamentals of why people convert. You need to understand this, right? Your inbound acquisition systems will only work if you've got the core fundamentals right. So for example, offer, ICP, pricing, the 3 core fundamentals. I've got SOPs on offer right over here. You can see this. I've got a deep SOP on offers going over exactly how to come up with offers using like AI, so you can find out exactly the correct bottlenecks inside your offer so you can patch it. ICP report, look at this. This is the kind of ICP that is generated from a single prompt, by the way. Imagine this much amount of data and emotion. Look at all of this is one ICP for me. A deeper understanding of what the market needs will put you ahead. So we optimize your offer, your ICP report, your pricing so that no matter what you sell, it is fully optimized for conversion. We position yourself specifically for pre-market sophistication. We position you especially for that so that we're creating a sense of leverage in which you have the core fundamentals done. Look at this. I've custom built like a pricing calculator. It's my custom software, by the way. A pricing calculator to give you the exact pricing that you must have so that you're optimizing for LTV to CAC ratio, so that you're making back your CAC in like a couple of weeks from getting a new client. So you are building a business in terms of number for profitability rather than just for flexing. So we fix your offer, find the exact bottlenecks, and position you as like the pre-market sophistication so that you understand exactly what you need to sell. We create the ICP doc for you as well, which is basically going to go over everything that you would probably ever need in an ICP. We fix your pricing. Next thing, phase 2, it's testing out what the market wants. So it's like this. Imagine you've got a pond. To figure out if the water inside this is good to take a bath in, you probably just take a small sample of this, right? You take a small sample and test this out. You don't test the entire water. We do the same thing with content. We test out 25 different hooks, by the way. I've tested this out for myself as well. 25 different hooks based on these hooks. So contrarian, going against the grain, curiosity, coming up with a new thing, fear of loss, authority, insider or secret, listicle, motivational or identity, analytical, offer focus, social proof, trend anchor, direct ICP call out, emotional or relatability, future pacing, data driven, analogy, shock value, desire, value proposition, problem awareness, solution reveal, false belief, status, observation, prediction. We test out 25 different hooks in your own space using trial reels. If you don't know what trial reels are, it's like a feature Instagram has in which you can upload like videos or reels to trial reels and it'll be shown to 100% non-follower audience, so you know exactly what your audience wants without any biases. data analysis, add data to trackers to find out exactly what is working, to figure out exactly the demographics you have, reach distribution by every single week, conversion, total engagement. So you figure out exactly what is the biggest driver for engagement. So for me, you can see comments is the biggest driver for engagement. Then you've got likes, then you've got DMs, and then saves. So I optimize for comments and saves so that the more engagement I get, the more my reels get pushed out. And then we find a winning format and double down. So essentially, we test out the market with 25 different hooks, figure out exactly what hook works. We base your entire positioning on pre-market sophistication. So whatever you do makes sense. And then phase three, this is where things get a little interesting. I've completely automated content. For example, this is my custom software. You just hit this button every single week and you get custom ideas. So you've got top of funnel idea, bottom of funnel idea, and middle of funnel idea. If you don't know why top of funnel, middle of funnel, bottom of funnel, you can see my other videos. You'll know exactly why. Because this is the hyper optimization of content. You come up with ideas. Then you go on to scripts, you add in your information, you select the idea, you add in your information, you get a fully convertible script that you can use. We come up with a new format for you as well so that it's easy for you to record. You record these videos, you test out with your reels, and then you pick out, like for example, let's say you upload 3 reels in the next week. You figure out exactly what reel resonated the most. Break it down on YouTube so that now you're building a niched audience on YouTube from Instagram, and the people who have interacted with the highest engaged post can get redirected to IG where you solve the exact problem that they showed interest in, creating more leverage. So my SaaS comes up with ideas based on the ICP we create, especially based on you. We target multi-level pain, generate short form scripts instantly, leverage data to find out exactly what YouTube videos to make. Even though it's not the same platform, that does not mean your prospects think differently. They still have the same problems. And we create sales assets without any extra work by leveraging psychology as well. I've got data, I've got like so much SOPs on exactly how to come up with these YouTube videos. Like me right now, I've been recording for about 12 minutes. I've been speaking for 12 minutes, and still, if you're watching this, I was able to hold your attention because I fundamentally understand what you need. Phase two, step two, batching. We batch create content. We don't create content every single day. We batch create it. And since everything is automated, all you do is record. We hire out your team as well, which I'm going to talk about right now. We hire out your team. So you like record 3 reels a week, which takes like 20 minutes. 1 to 2 YouTube videos a week, 40 minutes. In total, 1 hour per week on average on content. We hire out, whoa, we hire out an entire team for you. So for example, you, it's you, it's me. I'll guide you to know exactly what you need to do. Next thing, we hire a long form editor, short form editor, VA, thumbnail designer. So VA handles all of your IG stuff. Like it's sort of like a setter. So we train the VA to become a setter, and we train it to auto post stories as well for you and auto schedule reels. So you're out of the content creation system. All you have to do is just record and just take the feedback that I give you. Long form editor edits your content. Short form editor edits. Thumbnail edits. Big amounts of SOPs on hiring exactly who you should like. I will personally like vet out people for you as well so that the people you work with are bangers. And we've got exact SOPs on how you should pay them so that you create longevity in the brand. You're creating longevity in the relationships that you build, and you figure out exactly who needs to be hired and train them on proper direction. So performance-based salaries, a player team, me as a creative director or consultant, that's what you exactly get, which are basically giving you the exact knowledge and systems that you need to create an inbound acquisition system that basically wins. Let me tell you a very important fact right now. You have probably the most amount of information that you've gotten right now to create this inbound acquisition systems. Obviously, I've not given out everything because I have to respect the people who pay me money. So of course, I can't give you everything for free, but I've basically given you the entire blueprint of what I have built my business on, which is very, very important for you to understand because you can leverage this right now. This is a new opportunity. If you see this video has very less views, you should be thankful it has very less views because you can actually tap into this new opportunity. This is the new opportunity for you. Not personal branding. This is the new opportunity. You must capitalize on it. If you want to work with me, check the description. DM me on Instagram. If you're a good fit, I'll figure out if you're, if you're a good fit, we'll work with you, whatever the case is. If you're not, I'll just tell you you're not. So I don't waste my time. I don't waste your time. Anyways, do take this action, actually win. I'll see you later. Peace.